Welcome again to another edition, another installment of the URP Practical Talk. I am your host, Pastor Wendell Jeffrey, and thanks as usual for joining. I know you join and you listen. What next is people going to be saying this week? What next are going to be talking about? And I know when you say that, what you're really saying is, I want to hear what they have to say because they always make sense. We like them too much, but it makes sense. And eventually you will grow to like us because we will grow on you. Because you're wise, you're smart, like me and Dr. Bandu. We are intelligent and we speak to your felt needs and we make sense. But because there have been two political parties, mainly coalition and the PPP, no option really, but we providing that option. Today with us in the studio, tonight in the studio, is Dr. Vishnu Bandu as usual, and we also have another guest, Naresh Singh, and he has some situation that he'll be talking about. We're going to be looking particularly at the agricultural sector, and a subsect of that is we're going to be looking at the fishing industry. So we're going to go right into it without any further ado. I want to welcome again the leader of the party, Dr. Bandu. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And how are you doing, sir? Mr. Singh? Naresh? Harish with the H. Thanks for coming on. Doc, how are you doing? Another week?
I'm doing fine.
You're looking sharp.
Yes.
You got a gold type in there. I don't have any. Oh, yeah, I have one. Yeah. Yours look just more sparkly than mine.
Okay.
So, Doc, how you doing? Talk a little.
I'm doing fine, Doc. Pastor, working hard. Harish, I was moving around with him for the past few days.
Okay.
In Esichobo, in Wakanam, and so forth.
Keeping up with him, man?
Yeah.
He's a trooper, you know.
And we are working hard.
Okay.
See what's happening.
All right. So I want to deal. You have Harish here, and he's been having some situation. Harish, what do you do?
Fishing.
You're a fisherman?
Yes.
How long you've been in the industry?
30 years now.
30 years. Well, you look like 30 years, man. You were doing it from birth. You look young. How old are you?
42.
So who all you started fishing by yourself, or you generational fisherman?
Generation.
How far back?
By my grandfather.
Your grandfather. You got fish in your blood. All right. So what's happening? What brought you here to talk this evening?
Well, the fish industry keep going down every day.
Meaning what?
You ain't catching fish. The fish decrease. Enough fish have been damaged, thrown away.
What's causing that, you know?
Well, some of the fishermen, them, when it gets, they find a net they have. When it gets plenty fish, they in a market for it and dump it away.
And that's what's causing it. So the fishing industry is not regulated?
Well, the matter gone to them plenty time. They ain't doing nothing about it.
Okay.
I went there past the shore where they're landing the boats, and you see thousands of fish.
That's discarded.
They instead of throwing back in the sea, they take it and they throw it on the shore, and all dying.
So the fishermen not looking after their own interests?
No, it doesn't seem so. It doesn't seem that the fishing industry, those who are in charge, have been doing a very great job because nobody takes things very serious when you complain them, according to Mr. Harish.
But again, that has to do with this reality that Guyana suffers. And we talked about this in some of the other programs. If the fishermen had a processing plant, you see what I mean? So that even if the fish isn't sell as fresh fish, it could be sold, it could be salted, it could be packaged. Do you understand what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, and I know it could happen. Well, you go to, when I was over there in Barbados, you go to New York, you got Bangor Mary and stuff like that, but you don't have enough people doing it. But those are things that you could do, Doc.
Well, the URP have been having meetings with them, and we show them all these ways that these fishes that they waste, how we can make use of it.
Okay. You've been meeting with the fishermen?
Yes.
Okay.
And how we can make use of it, and they can get a couple dollars before they throw it on the shore, and we can can it, and we can do certain things with it, and so forth.
Nice.
And people love the idea, what we are saying. because it's $1 more coming into their pocket.
Of course.
And you're saving the fish instead of throw it on the shores.
Of course.
But there is so much things to be done, and it doesn't seem that, like I had a meeting with someone yesterday from the fishing industry, guy who go at the seminar all the time. And you know what he told me? He said, I can't understand that these people are wasting so much of money. They have people who are doing a little seminar, calling people. And if they got 5, he goes to the seminar. He says sometimes they got 5. And they send up names of they got 60 people.
Wow.
And they charge $5 to $6 million to do those seminars. Right? So I said, how come these people are not checking on it? Eh? Why the people who in charge when such a seminar happens? He was asking me what the URP will do. I said, well, the URP will be able to rectify that. Because we will put people there, those name and those phone number, what they submit. We will call them and ask them, how was the seminar? What they discussed and things like that. Each one of them. And they will have to tell us what they discussed. To find out what skullduggery going on.
Okay. So you took some time as the leader of the URP to explain to the fishermen how a URP administration will help them.
Yes, definitely.
Because one of the problems we have in Guyana is employment, Doc.
Yeah.
We don't have sufficient employment, especially for the young people.
Well, all this, what we URP are saying, is all concern employment because we are increasing the industries, in trying to create jobs too, and trying to make them, the fishermen, more comfortable, where they can make more money in the fishing industry. Harish was saying about I was talking about the channel coming in.
Which channel? Because everybody don't know what you're talking about.
Then the Essequibo and Hampton Court area.
Okay.
The channel, what they're now, well, the mud keep coming.
Okay.
And other day I had a meeting, I tell the chairman, the vice chairman, the engineer about these things. What happened? They had a grind there, and he had one over the one side. So one coker was walking, and I keep telling them that, you know what, this grind is collapsing here. You park too much mud on it. You will wash down. The chairman tell me, if anything go wrong, hold he for that. The other day, they waste over $1 million between two coker. There is so much slush mud, storing slush mud for get channel, which he have one. We the fisherman tell them, boss it from the other way, so the water will run there. It's a little piece digging, and the mud is hardy. Now when they slush them up, then we'll go fight for them. It don't full up already. $1 million done there.
Yeah, well, sometimes these guys know what they're doing, and they know that if it's done wrong, it has to be done again. So sometimes this thing is a game to keep the money flowing. But you had a very serious situation. You had a situation with the pirates. Explain what happened and what that has done to your emotions and stuff like that.
Well, the morning when I went to fishing and I threw my net out, I see two boats. One at the first done flag and one at the second one. Well, we said they must, drive wrong, and so we didn't expect that they would have thieved the net. When we pick up, there was clean knife chop. We get some of them articles on the net. We come in, we search first, and after we find it, we come in. That was the Sunday morning. When I went at the station, I reported to the police. They said they would call me back and come. Till the next day, I get the police to go. The morning when I talked to the commander. Anyhow, they said they're going to follow up the matter. One of them arrest, and then said and question them. The other one take about 3 months before they can arrest him. Pass every day on the road. Now when I got back about 3 weeks now, then said DPP find nothing about them. They can't be charged. I have picture with the boats. I have the article I get from the net. And still they can't be charged.
Why they cannot be charged? You have mentioned something that the police go and drink.
Yeah, exactly. The police, once you have friend there and they can take you out, that's what they want. So they don't have time with you. I had an incident with the same thing before. You just got a hook on the scene, huh? Which in that is illegal to fishing in the night. You cannot go and throw your hook and leave it and go home and sleep. And both leave until in Georgetown, also East Coast, go and fishing in the night. When you go and throw your net, you never know you got hook there. When they come out, them see one boat there, and they know it's who or whosoever walk there. Then pick up your net, then chop it up and gone. And when you go to the station, until you go, then police don't get them payment. They hold you and lock you up. One of them, they asked me for 100,000, and they would have wiped out the matter. Also, my boat was sometime out there out in the river.
Why did you ask you for $100,000? Because you did something wrong?
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, why did you ask you for $100,000?
That's when I get into no problem, when I get locked up. They hold me, my brother, and the workman, and throw them in the lock up. And for we come out, we got to give $100,000.
So they hold you innocently,
Exactly.
lock you up,
Yes.
and then ask you. But did you pay the money?
No, I don't pay no money because me do nothing.
Okay. Now, so are you scared? Do the pirates make you scared? What's happening with that?
Well, the pirate situation is very serious because you leave your house. Throughout the entire Guyana, fishermen in whole leave their house to go to fishing for earn $1 for their family. And everyone, majority in Guyana, the only thing they could do is fishing because he don't have the job. So they go and fishing. Now, when you leave your home and go and fishing with all this expense, something you go to work, first time you throw your net, you hear pirate. You got to hustle to get away.
Wow.
Who get catch? The pirates catch.
What the pirate does when they catch you?
Then beat you, then chop you up, then dig out gold teeth out of your mouth.
What?
Plenty things happen. Then tie you up, then throw you overboard, all kind of things.
Do they have a maritime force up there?
Well, you have one in Palmeroon, that the only one, and telling them why you have Northwest area.
And you have numbers for them and stuff like that you can call it? There any kind of rapid response team or anything?
You gotta go through the fishery to get to them.
You don't have a direct line to the maritime?
Something you call you and getting through to them.
But partly, if they do call and all from that distance, right, to Essecubo, that he's talking about Palmeroon ahead, right? From that distance to Essecubo, they cannot do anything. They can't meet.
You see, I'm trying to get some solutions here. Have you guys ever talked about the possibility of doing some kind of a local police co-op, kind of working with the police? A couple of y'all get rifles or shotguns or something like that?
Well, be honest, them come up with a gun situation. Yes, the minister them. I told them, if we have weapon on the boat, when the pirates come, they have high power weapon.
Okay.
They wouldn't leave no one alive.
Okay.
Because they know you have gun.
Okay, good. I see. That makes sense.
So I advise, don't go
right,
through
right.
it.
That makes sense. But do you guys have, okay, this is a technological age. I mean, the pirates coming to you, is there any system like a WhatsApp system that you guys could quickly WhatsApp, look man, pirates on me, and you could send off a little text or something, or you got your buddy looking over. You see what I mean? You guys have got to come up with some system so that you could live. You got a young wife, you got a child, you can't be living in fear. You guys have got to come up with some mechanism that these pirates would know, look, we can't mess with these guys, because when we touch one, a WhatsApp gone off, and they tell 20 more of them, and they're going to surround we or the police. You see what I mean? You guys will have to come up with something like that.
Well, some part in the river, you get signal with telephone. But some part you ain't get. Like in the beach area, like Tiger Beach side, either GT&T or Digicel need to put up a tower somewhere, that's way.
Okay.
So you could get signal.
Okay.
And also you need more Coast Guard. I thinking if they put one like, let me say, somewhere about by the Dartmouth area or it's Better Success area, and one like by Tiger Beach area, it would ease the pirate bill.
Doc, another thing that I'm thinking though that might help these guys as part of the representation of the URP is if we could form a delegation. You take a delegation to GT&T, you take a delegation to Digicel, and see if they can put up some kind of tower in that area. Also, if you could take a delegation to the Minister of National Security or to one of the police commander, Mr. Well, I know Mr. Singh is on vacation right now. The commissioner of police is on vacation right now, but his deputy. You form a delegation and go and make representation for these guys. They can't keep living in this constant fear all the time.
Well, that has been happening with them, and as I said, they have the fishing industry who they have the top people who they're supposed to report to the consumer affairs and all these things, and nobody seems to have been doing the right thing in doing their job, and I hope that when the URP gets in there, we'll be able to rectify all these kind of these situations.
But you know farming, not fishing, but farming, so you understand that. Harish, let me talk. You have another situation that is a very serious situation where you invest a lot in your engine, and without using it for any length of time, it develops some problems. Yes. Talk a little about that. What's happening there?
Well, actually, 4 months now, take the engine. Me working right now.
How long the engine worked for?
About 2 days.
It was a brand new engine?
Brand new in box, I buy.
Did you have a warranty on this thing?
Well, before I buy it, he was given warranty, and as soon as he collect the money, the warranty finished.
Okay, good. But Guyana, and I know because I've been through the system, is a little tedious, but Guyana has a consumer affairs department. And the Consumer Affairs Department has the consumer rights, okay? There's a consumer bill of rights. A lot of people don't know that Guyana has it, and I've had to use it a number of times. I won't call some of the companies that I had to use it with, but I use it and it works. One of the things it says that you can't sell somebody something and not warranty the thing you sell them. Anything you sell somebody has to have a warranty. So if it doesn't work and the person could prove that they have used it like it was supposed to be used, and like an engine, you're a fisherman for many years, there's no way you're going to put your boat, your engine, and run it in the sand. You're a fisherman, right? Yes. Good. So if you use it in the right way and it doesn't work in a reasonable amount of time, you are supposed to be refunded, or they have to fix it or replace it. That's what the consumer affairs law says. So have you gone to check out? What have they told you?
They tell me they got to go through a process.
And what's the process?
Well, either to the commissioner, and now they tell me that was the last.
And how long ago that was?
It's a couple of days. So I decided to call them back.
Right. So stay with it, because you're going to stores and you see a sign that says goods not returnable. That's illegal. And no refund. They can't, and stocking fee and all kind of thing they tell you. Those things are illegal and not supposed to happen. Of course, you don't have the people going and checking on these things, so people get away with more of the duck. You understand?
You see what happened, Pastor, is that many of these people, many of these supporters who had supported this political party what's in government today, who are ever in government, they think they are right on the top. Nobody can touch them, right? Like for instance, yesterday, while coming over from Superman, they're putting a tube to drain the water from the drain to the river, right? Dominic, can you show those pictures? If you will see the pictures where the drain is. It's above the drain water. So I don't know the only way that drain will be able to drain the water is when the water rises high. So also the drain what they're putting there, quarter of the tube
Look the pictures
Right?
there.
Yeah.
Explain it there.
Yeah. You see, that's a tube there,
Okay.
right? The tube's supposed to be a bigger tube. I'm not an engineer, but I know about construction, right? The bigger tube. If you notice the end of the tube, part of it is behind a post.
Yeah.
Right? That is the palaf of the thing. Now, that tube should have go right up into the river.
Okay.
Right? Because when the water goes there, it will be going and it will be washing. Not only hit, but it will be washing the palaf that they have in.
Okay.
And it will break away the palaf after a while.
Okay.
That is water. So, and an engineer was right there too. If you see the next picture, you'll see some of them stand up there.
Right.
The engineer was there. You know, he was there, and I don't know what kind of engineer these guys are. If that's how they're seeing things, and that's how it's done. And when I was made to understand, this contractor also doesn't know anything about construction. He's an AFC man. You know, when I found out about it from other people, right? But just because he was an AFC man, he get this contract, and that's the lousy job he has done there.
Well, what is going to take is going to take the people who are in the community to take pictures like pictures were taken there. And when they say they're done, then the people could show that the work was not completely done or wasn't done correctly, and that somebody from the government, because again, why look at AFC and PVP and PNC and stuff like that, they have processes, and what you gotta hold your politicians accountable, and that's what we're not known for. We roll over and die in this country. Yeah. We don't hold people accountable. So if they're doing this here for the betterment of the people and it's not done right, then the people need to follow up and take other pictures when they said it's done and show and get it corrected.
Well, the people from the area tell me several times now they're putting in these tubes and they have traffic going on. It's breaking up all the time. And they keep on doing it all the time, you know. So,
two things very quickly. Yeah. Number one, we paying for this captain license for the fisherman. I paid a couple of years ago, $12,500. They never come back and give you the captain license. Now again, other day we was going Demerara River, they hold it for the captain license. We tell them what happened. Now we gone and pay again, $12,500 again. Actually 2 months done, then I can't forgive the license. So what the fishermen have to do now? They got to park the boat.
Wow.
And the other part, what I want to talk a little about, Barbies have the fishery. Georgetown have the fishery. Parika have the fishery. Then take away Essequibo one and lease it to private businessman. We don't have seine, twine, nothing in Essequibo. We have to come to Georgetown to buy it. Ice is the major problem. Many times we don't get ice to go and work.
When you said they take it away, what do you mean? They had a building or something used to sell these things?
Yes, the fisherman used to run it. And they take it from the fisherman and they lease it out to private businessman. Since 2010, I was trying to get back this co-op. Go all over. We had actually 60 fishermen and man and woman who was coming to this meeting. The chief fishery officer comes plenty time. He only there draw on the paper. He never take a notes and carry it. We never get a reply from him until today.
Again, you guys would probably have to bring a delegation to tongue. You see, what let me tell you one of the sad things about what I realize about this country here. You don't get anything done except you picket, except you protest. It's as though common sense don't matter. So you got to come out and march and protest, and it's difficult and it's hard. But the guys know that they get away with stuff if you don't do that. And Harish, I'm sad to say that you guys will have to, and that's why I told Doc, and I know that Doc is gonna try to make it possible. You guys are gonna have to form contingents, and you guys are gonna have to make representation. You understand? It's gonna be better for people who come after you. but you're gonna have to do it because you can't keep doing the same thing over and over. Nothing will change.
You have been telling me about license, when they give you a license or...
Yeah. Let me say like how the year that can finish now, right?
Uh-huh.
If you make a boat and you license it now,
Uh-huh.
when the year finish, you license finish.
It doesn't work from day
It
to
do-
day.
No. We keep
do
asking for it.
Okay.
We keep
That is
asking for
very
it.
unfair.
So they just do it for the end of the year.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
pay
you have to pay the full year
For
money
for 2 months.
for 2 months.
I pay 16,000 couple hundreds for me license.
For the year.
For the year, I must barely make about 3 trips.
Okay. And that has to do with the ice, the pirate, the engine problem you had, and so on. Yeah, yeah. But we had heard that situation before where they take the money for the captain license and do not issue the license.
Then guys,
Which means that it is GRA is not getting that. It's probably not getting that money. You understand? That money is probably not going into the treasury. That is why you're not getting an official document saying that they have received that money. All of those things have to be, you have to form delegation and report those kind of things because it will continue to happen if you don't do anything to make it happen.
I tell the Prime Minister about this when Lima Pump open. The Prime Minister put me to the Minister Noel Holder. When I was tell him about it, he said he didn't understand. He called the Chief Fishery Officer to me. When I talked to the Chief Fishery Officer, same thing again he going back to.
You have to do it, you have to document it. Like I said, Doc knows what I'm talking about. These people will only make the necessary adjustments if you document what you do, prove it. Doc, you write an article in the thing. Doc, you write about these things, talk about these things. You have to. It is the small man that runs this country, not, and you know it too. It's not the big man at the top. And we have to be in the trenches. We are concerned with people, so we have to be in the trenches. We have to help these people. It is not easy for them. It's not easy for us. But I believe that if life is going to be better for the people who come in after, we have to provide.
We have put out a couple pages on this already, and circulated the fishery department.
Okay.
And it's also on our website.
Okay.
On the fishery things, what's happening and so forth, and what we suggest that they should do.
All right. So this program is seen in SEQ, but Doc, we're gonna close out now. I want you to look over there at the camera, and I want you to talk to the folks and let them know some of the things that you're planning.
Well, to all fishermen and fisherwomen, we are here to help. Whatever problem that you are facing with, who are looking at it, call the number on our screen, and we are here to help. We'll do whatever it takes to help you, because we haven't seen that you're getting justice from even the last administration or this administration, where the fishery industry is concerned, and we are here to help.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Right, and again, thanks for joining us. We want to help. We want to hear your concerns. This is a grassroots movement. We're truly concerned with you. We can't help everybody. We can't hear everybody's story, but call us. We'll be willing to help as much as we can. We out of time. Visit us on the web www.urpguyana.com, or URP Guyana is our Facebook page. Until next week, same time, same place. Stay good. God bless. Peace out. Bye-bye.